Good morning and welcome to the Oasis Center for Spiritual Living, where we come together as one, providing spiritual tools for daily living. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Reverend Tucker. I'm the senior minister here at the Oasis, and I have this wonderful team. Oz is not on, so I'm not sure if he's going to get on. He is at the Renaissance Festival in Wisconsin. So he was going to try and get on. He didn't know if he had service or not, but it looks like we don't have him today. So I'll be doing the praying in and the praying out. But let me introduce you to Faith, my lovely assistant, who has been my assistant since the day she was born. She used to come, pardon the noise in the background, we have birds. She's been my assistant from the day she was born. I used to bring her up on the podium and set her there while I did the announcements. And when she got old enough, she'd crawl down and, I'd put her up there. And then pretty soon she could walk. And now, she's 17. She's my official assistant. And she knows me better than I know myself just about. So if you say hello, good morning, however you want to greet us, Faith will be the one answering you. And I always go back later to see if I need to add anything, but she's pretty right on with that. So if you are here for the first time, thank you, Faith, for being here. If you are here for the first time, or if you're here at all, say hello, good morning, hi, however you like to greet us. When I have a facility, I can look out into the audience and see who's here. Obviously, I can't do that here, so it's always nice to have you say good morning to me and let me know who's here. Our topic today is visioning. We try to do visioning once a quarter because it's such a powerful tool to use for our lives. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And let's see. If you want to do a watch party, there's a watch party button that you can click on and you can watch it with your friends. It's a great way for people to see what kind of messages they can expect to receive here. And of course, you can talk back and forth and don't bother anybody. So use that watch party button. In the meantime, close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Allow the service to uplift and inspire you as we move into our centering song.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
Surely the presence of God is right here, right now. I turn my awareness now to that infinite power, that infinite presence of God, that one life, that one love, that one being, all there is. And I know that beyond my human understanding is a power greater than we are, and we use it. So I know that that is what flows in and through me. It is who and what I am, my very essence, my very life, my very being. And every thought, every action, every deed is guided and led by that one infinite wisdom of the ages that flows through me. I know that same truth to be so for God's team, for Faith and for Lynn and for Oz and for Tina. For we are one in God, and every action that we perform here on earth is in service to the message of God as a team. I know the same truth to be so for anyone who's watching in real time or later on. For there is no place where one leaves off and the other begins. We are all one. Mitakuye Oyasin. So I bless this service today. I call it good and very good. And my heart just fills with gratitude to know this is so. And so it is. Amen. Normally I'd say thank you, Oz. Thank you, Tucker. It's so weird when you don't have all your team members. It's kind of like, oh, let's see, what's next? This next song is by Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver. We Are All One. It is, in fact, what we teach. So we love to sing that every Sunday. If you know the words, sing along and sing it loud and sing it proud, because you can't bother anyone else. Here you go.
We are all one. We are all one. We are all one in it. I hear it and know it, my being. Spirit is all I am seeing. For God is all there is. Grateful am I to be living, open to what I receive, honoring what I've been given, sharing now what I believe. I remember the oneness around me. I surrender to infinite light, knowing the love that's surrounding me is within me by day and night. And we are all one. We are all one. We are all one in it. Yes, we are all one. We are all one. We are all one in it.
Okay, so just to let me know who's here, if you haven't already, say hi, hello, good morning, however you would like to greet us. In a facility, I can see who's here. On this software, obviously, I can't do that. So I do like to know who's in attendance, so please do that. And if you like something that you hear, give me that thumbs up, whether it's a song that Faith sings or it's something that I say, give us that thumbs up. If you love something you hear, give us a little heart. We already have one of those this morning. Papa Adama, I believe it was. So thank you. And if something I say strikes you as really powerful, or something you hear in the song strikes you as really powerful, there's always that wow button. And that really tells us we're on track with what we're doing. So please give us this feedback. We would really like to have some of that feedback. In the meantime, we have Faith singing Karen Drucker's song, Leave It at the Shore, I believe it's called.
Let Go of the Shore.
Let Go of the Shore. Okay. Same difference. But, you know, for Karen Drucker's purposes, yeah, I really should say the right title. Anyway, here's Faith.
Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. You have all you need. It's all inside of you. Close your eyes and breathe. Know you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Flow into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Flow into the mystery. No need to make a plan. Let your heart be your compass. Lift your sails in faith. Trust you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Flow into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go of the mystery. Let go. Flow, let go. Flow, let go.
Thank you, Faith. Are you in a different room?
No, I am just pointed like at the speakers. I wanted to see if it would sound better.
Oh, because I'm not used to seeing that cabinet there either.
So this fun fact, this is the Mystic Brew. Like everything in here is the Mystic Brew too. So
cool, awesome. Well, that's a good backdrop and a teaser for later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, goodness gracious. So today we're going to be doing visioning. And just to give you a little history, there is a man named Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, who has the Agape Center of Spiritual Truth, I believe is the name of their Agape Center of Truth. They used to be in Santa Monica. I understand they have now a facility in Los Angeles, and he's the one that presented to us this visioning tool. And he talks about it from 4 stages of our development. The first stage being to us. And that's kind of the victim stage, although it's not like a judgment about the victim stage, but we believe that everything is done to us. For instance, I go to the grocery store and, they don't have what I want. Oh God, they're doing this to me. You know what I mean? But also it's the idea that God does to us instead of working through us. And that stage, you have very little power when you believe that. It's a powerlessness stage. And when we first learn about religious science, which is what our philosophy is, when you first learn about it, you learn how there are spiritual laws and that, how they work and that you can use them to create a better life for yourself. And like Psych 101 students, it's like, yeah, she's dancing in the background. We get to the point where we realize that we're manipulating. And so this is the manipulative stage. Again, no judgment. It's just where it is. That's just where we are. And we know that we can do to it. In other words, we can manipulate the spiritual laws, and manipulate God, if you will. And by the way, God is my word. If you use universe or great spirit or Allah, whatever word you relate to is fine, but God is my word. Faith, by the way, could you tag Angel Renee Sutton, I think her name is. I forgot to tell you, to remind you to do that. Anyway, and so God is my word, but feel free to use whatever word speaks to you. It's about the universe and how it operates. So in the manipulative stage, in the to it stage, we are really doing things like manipulating the spiritual laws of the universe so that the universe responds to us to create a better life for us. And when you get a little bit further developed, when you've done what I like to call religious science 101 for a while, what you recognize is that God can't do anything for us unless it does it through us. Meaning that my consciousness, my subjective mind, as I've talked about in previous weeks, has to be clear enough that God can work through me. If I have something that's blocking my good, of course, in my subjective mind, which for those of you who might be just tuning in, the subjective mind is like a computer disk storage system that is in our consciousness that stores everything that we've ever thought, said, or done, and our reaction to everything that's happened to us in our life. And from that storage, we create beliefs about how the world works. And we get on sometimes a little feedback loop where, I can believe like I don't deserve love. I'll attract somebody who's mean to me and then shows me that I don't deserve love. And we get caught in that feedback loop. I don't deserve to have money, therefore money won't stay in my life, that kind of thing. And so in order to allow God to work through us, we have to work with our subjective material and open ourselves as a channel through which God can move through us, right? But it can't do anything for us without doing it through us. And so the last stage of development, which, I'm still working with, I'm not 100%, but I'm more there than I used to be, is the as us stage. When we recognize that God is simply all there is, that everything in the universe is made of that God stuff, that I am made of that God stuff, then God works as me in the world, right? You'll notice in my prayers, I always say, this team is God's team that I get to manage, and everything that we do is in service to the message of God working through us. So we become channels through which God's message comes through very clearly. Me with my speaking, Faith with her singing, and all the other little things that she does behind the scenes. Oz with his praying, Tina with her singing when she's singing with us. And so we recognize that God is working as us in those instances. And the aim, of course, is to be 100%. I think that Jesus was one of those people that was able to let God work as him all the time. Now, the rest of us, we aim for that 100%. And I'm not 100%. I'd say maybe 80% of the time I'm able to do that. I'm able to just open myself and let God do its work through me. But in the beginning, I wasn't. In the beginning, I went through those same 4 stages. I used to believe that if I prayed hard enough, God would do something to my life to make it better. And then I realized when I got into religious science that I could manipulate God. And then I began to understand that it came through me, that God couldn't do anything to me, or God couldn't do anything for me unless it did it through me. And then my next stage of development was to recognize that it did it as me. So God in me, as me, is me, right? I'm not all of God. None of us are. We are like watermarks on a page giving form to God, which is the page running through us. But it doesn't mean that the page doesn't flow through us. And that's God. Okay. God in a nutshell. God is the watermark. Well, God is the page and we are the watermarks. So when I'm saying that it works as us, that's what I'm talking about. All right. And so let me clear up a little something before we get to our questions. But the difference between visualization and visioning. Visualization is where I have a goal in mind and I put all of my energy, my thoughts, my feelings, my visual acuity, all of that towards that end goal. And I focus on that exclusively until that goal manifests where I can see it. Visioning is when I'm receptive to that power within me and the message that it has for me. Because we humans see like this much. Unfortunately, we just don't have that broader vision of God. So we see this much and we only see the possibilities that are there. And, I don't know how many of you have seen the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? With Marlee Matlin, but there's one scene in particular that really talks to this issue of our human awareness being so limited. She's standing there and she's watching this kid bounce a basketball. And when she turns, all these basketballs are flying everywhere. And she turns back and she sees the one basketball. And then she turns away and all these basketballs are flying everywhere. And the movie talks about possibilities, the infinite possibilities that God has. And unfortunately, because of our subjective mind, really, all we see is the one basketball. All we see is the one possibility. And so visioning is the tool that we use to crack open that ability to only see one possibility and allow God to show us a much bigger picture. Now, when I say picture, please understand, I'm not saying you have to be visual and have to get an image. Some of us get a feeling, some of us get words, and some of us are going to get a sound. You might get a picture, but we honor however the information comes. We don't try to force ourselves to see a picture or to get a knowingness or to hear God speaking. I always I'm not a very audient person. So when someone would say, listen to the small voice within. And I was listening for words, I was listening for somebody talking to me and I never got that. But what I did get was a feeling because I'm a very high functioning feeler. And so I had to learn to honor how I was receiving my information. I would first get it by feeling, then I would get it by sight, and then I would get it by just a knowingness. And the last thing that I would get is any kind of audient anything. Occasionally when I'm doing visioning or when I'm in meditation, I will hear sounds like birds chirping or something like that. And I've learned to accept that that is a way of verifying that I'm getting a message. Not so much that I get someone saying in my ear, this is what you need to do. What I get is a feeling and knowingness about a word, you see. So in the visioning, what we do is we ask 3 very valuable questions. The first one is, what's God's vision for my life? And because we do this every quarter, I'm going to say, what is God's vision for my life in this next quarter of the year? It kind of gives us a short-term thing that we're working towards. And then at the end of the year, we do it for the year. But I like to say, what is God's vision for my life in this next quarter? And then the second question is, what must I become in order to be the vessel through which that vision manifests through me? And what that's about is that We cannot have that which we have not yet become. Let me clarify that a little bit. If I am not vibrating at the frequency of abundance, and I do all this work to get abundance into my life, manifesting abundance, it either will not come or it will not stay, because I'm not vibrating at the frequency that is open to it. Same thing with health. I'm not saying, run out and do exercise and diet, although that is helpful. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying if you're not vibrating at the frequency, this is a spiritual frequency of knowing that there is a divine blueprint of health at the back of your life, then you will not be able to manifest that perfect health, because you're not vibrating at the frequency for it to enter into your being, if that makes any sense. And love, you've heard me talk about this before when in one of my classes, we were discussing love as a concept. And someone said, have you ever noticed how when you're in love, everybody falls in love with you? And when you're not, when you are wanting love so desperately, you can't find a mate anywhere on the planet. And it's because desperation is the frequency that repels the love, right? So when you're vibrating at the frequency of love, when you are in love, whether that's with yourself or someone else, when you are in love, you are vibrating at the frequency of love that God expresses and feels. And so that is where you're going to attract love. So when I ask, what must I become in order to be the vessel through which that vision manifests through me? What spiritual principle must you become? What vibration must you have or embody in order for that vision to manifest through you? That's the important piece of that. And then finally, what must I release in order to become that? And a lot of times, if we're looking at love, for example, sometimes we have to let go of a person who perhaps has hurt us, or we have to let go of a situation that maybe hurt us. If we're talking about health, it might be having to let go of our idea of what perfect body looks like or feels like or sounds like, you see? Because we get this human concept about, I need to be 115 pounds and, muscular and blah, blah, blah. That's really not it. Health is whatever your true being wants you to be at the weight of, right? So you can do stuff to lose weight. That's not the issue. The issue is being able to release anything that is keeping you from that. If you're talking about finances, for example, you have to let go of some of the beliefs that are lodged in your subjective mind that are telling you that you do not deserve money, that money doesn't grow on trees. Whatever that belief system is, money does grow on trees, because what is money? What is it made of? It's made of paper. Where does paper come from? Paper comes from a tree. So money does grow on trees. I don't deserve money. Well, interestingly enough, we're made of God, right? We're made of the same particles, molecules as anybody who's wealthy. So there's no deservingness about it. It's not that we have to deserve it, because we already deserve it. We are made of God. Does God deserve it? Of course. So we talk ourselves through these beliefs, and those may be something that we need to release. What must I release in order to become that? So in a minute, we're going to start the music, and I'm going to do a short meditation to get us in the space of it. And then we're going to ask ourselves those 3 questions. And at the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to share the answers of all of those questions, because it cements it in. A lot of times, like with NLP, a lot of times you'll do like an anchor where you do this. And you can do that too. But it also anchors it if you share it with somebody. And usually in a facility, we would turn to a person next to us and share those answers. Or we would share them in the group. But we don't have that ability here, so we're probably going to do it in the comments. But in a minute, we're going to start all of that. And I want you to know that as we go through this week with the ministry of prayer, we are going to be taking each person who participates in this into prayer. to manifest the vision that you have received. So I wanted to just put that out there. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable as we move into this meditation. So take a moment right now to just take a nice, deep, cleansing breath that comes all the way from your toes. We have a tendency to breathe from our chest. But right now, if you'll just breathe in all the way from your belly and then all the way from your toes, breathe it in, hold it for a second, release out through your mouth. And again, you're going to take another nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Hold it and release. And let's take one final cleansing breath and make sure it is deeper than you've ever gone before. As you breathe in through your nose and hold it and release through your mouth. With a big sigh as you get all the air out. We do this to relax the body, to focus the mind. So all the cares that you may have in this moment blow away. You can always return to them later. In this moment, at this time, be present here in this moment, fully 100% present. And so imagine, if you will, that in the center of our internet, our hub that we are connecting on, which at this moment is Facebook. But just imagine there is a ball of energy, a ball of light that is pulsating in that hub. And imagine, if you will, that there is a beam of light that comes from your heart into that big ball of light that is connecting you. And you notice that this big ball of light is pulsating with your heartbeat. It's in sync with your heartbeat. As our hearts begin to beat as one in reaction to the pulsation of this big ball of light in the middle of us, we begin to sense a connection. Because we know this big ball of light is God. Pulsating and moving through us as that beam of light that connects us. So you notice there's almost like a wagon wheel that connects us to this pulsating ball of light. And you begin to notice that it is growing, that the big ball of light is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, until there is no awareness of a ball at all. There is only the light, and that we are in it, fully and completely encompassed by it. We still maintain our individual personality, but we are encompassed by this light that is God. And the light grows again. And it encompasses our neighborhoods. There are no individual homes anymore, because all is included in that light. All is enveloped in that light of God. One power, one presence, one being, pulsating with the earth's heartbeat. And our heartbeats are pulsating along with it. So our heartbeat matches the heartbeat of the earth. And so as this light encompasses all of our neighborhoods, it grows yet again. And it encompasses our city or town. There are no longer any individual neighborhoods, no businesses, only this light, for everything is encompassed in that light. And everything, all the divisions melt away. As it grows again, it encompasses our state, whichever state we're in. No more are there counties or cities or towns. There's only that one light, and everything disappears into it. As it grows again and encompasses the United States, no more individual states, only the one, and that is the state of God. And then it grows again and encompasses all countries until there's only one country, the country of God. And you notice that this light now encompasses the entire earth. And no separations, no divisions, nothing but that light. As it grows once more and encompasses the entire universe. No individual planets, only the light pulsating. As we feel this expansiveness of our reality, of the beingness of God present in every place at every time, we know that this light is a healing presence, and so we offer it to the world. We allow anyone to pull out of it what they need. This light, so powerful, so amazing, so healing. And the world takes what it needs, as we each take what we need from it as well. Whatever situation anyone is experiencing, God is the healing balm for that. And what we realize in this moment is that what we are experiencing in raw, organic feeling is God's love. That this light flowing through everything and everyone and every place and all of life is God's love. And it is from that place in our awareness that we know we can return to this reality of God's light anytime we wish. because it is within us, and we can touch it and be in it and be with it all the time if we wish. And so right now, we just travel back on our beam of light to our individual home, to our awareness of our surroundings. But we sit in the consciousness of this love that we have just experienced as we ask ourselves this most important question. What is God's vision for my life in this next quarter? Don't judge how the information comes. Don't think to yourself, oh no, that's not it. Just let whatever comes come and just accept it. What is God's vision for my life in this coming quarter? What is God's vision for my life in this coming quarter? It could be a picture, a feeling, a word, a knowingness. However that information comes. And now just take this answer and put it in your spiritual pocket for a minute, where we know we can retrieve it anytime we need. And I ask this next really important question. Knowing that we cannot have that which we have not become, what must I become in order to be the vessel through which that vision manifests through me? What spiritual principle must I embody in order to be the vessel through which that vision manifests through me? Again, don't judge how the information comes, just allow it to be there. What must I become in order to be the vessel through which that vision manifests through me? What must I become in order to be the vessel through which that vision manifests through me? God's vision. So take this message, whatever form it's in, and put it in your spiritual pocket to be retrieved for the discussion. And we ask ourselves this very important question. What must I release in order to become that spiritual principle so that I can be the vessel through which God's vision manifests through me? What must I release? Again, it might be a person, it might be a thing, it might be a fear, it might be a discomfort, a grudge. What must I release in order to become what I must become in order to be the vessel through which God's vision manifests through me. What must I release? And now I'm going to ask one final question as you put that in your spiritual pocket, the answer to that question. What else do I need to know for this coming quarter to make this more powerful in my reality? Anything else I need to know? Is there any further information that I must have? Is there any further information I need to have at this time? So right now, in this awareness of God as all there is, one power, one presence, one life, one being. In this awareness that it is who and what I am, my very essence, my very life, my very being, and every thought, action, or deed that I have is guided and led by that wisdom of the ages that is God flowing through me. In this awareness of the oneness of the team, God's team, and anyone viewing this in real time or later on, anyone participating in this visioning, in that awareness, I bless this coming week with an acceptance, a beauty of God's vision through us. And I accept for each of us the truth of God, that the answers that we have received here are blessed and are a blessing in this coming week. And my heart fills with gratitude as I just let this be. And so it is. Amen. Whew. Okay, so now I'm completely out on the zone. I don't know about anybody else. I don't actually get to participate because I'm so busy talking. But right now, so that we can cement it in, I'd like everybody to, in the comments section, please share what you received for what is God's vision for my life in this next quarter. You don't have to share, but it does cement it in. Is it okay if I share that, Faith? Or no? Okay. Faith typed growth, forgiveness, and anger. So growth, I'm assuming, is the answer to what is God's vision for my life. And forgiveness is what I must become in order to be the vessel. And what I must release is anger. Very good. Thank you. That's awesome. Anyone else? You can share all three at once like she did. And nobody wants to cement that in? Well, if you want to, you can do a private chat, I think. And if you can't do a private chat, you can always message me later if you'd like me to know. Okay. So Joy says, get healthier. So what must you become in order to get healthier? What came to you in that second question? More movement. Okay. Something you can do. All right. And what must you release in order to become more movement? What I'm getting, Joy, from that is that you need to, okay, is that you need to get more into the flow, so to speak. So you would be the flow with your movement. And what you need to release is less drinking, or you need to release drinking. Yeah, I get it. And that's great. It's good that you're getting all of that. And I support you in that. So we will pray for health for you and for your release of the drinking. I'm not going to say totally. One step at a time. Fear. Okay. So the added information was that I will be okay if I end up alone. True. You're never alone anyway. You can't be alone. If God is what you're made of and God flows through all of life, then you can't really be alone. So awesome. Good work. Thank you. Anyone else want to share before we go on to the next step? Okay. Again, like I said, you can always message me later if you would prefer not to do it publicly, but it is good to cement that in. All right. This is our opportunity to receive your gifts, tithes, and offerings, and your opportunity to express your gratitude for that which you have already received, and that which you may have created in the mind of God, in the conscious mind and the subjective mind, that may not have already manifested into this reality. So you're going to go to, I'm asking you to go to www.oasiscsl.org. And about 2/3 down the page is an offering affirmation that we use to bless any money that we either, at this point contribute here. I always like to bless the money, whether I'm paying bills or whatever, but we do this offering affirmation to bless the money that you are giving, contributing to our organization. So you're going to go to www.oasiscsl.org. It's on the screen and it's in the comments section. About 2/3 down the page, you're going to say the offering affirmation with us, whether you're looking at this in real time or you're watching it later, you can still do it with us. Say it with me now. This perfect gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyously I receive. And so it is. Click on that Contribute Now button and contribute to the message of God getting out into the world. I want to let you know that we have this wonderful team of licensed practitioners called our God Squad. And we have this ministry of prayer. Normally, I would say that Oz is available for our 1 Minute Miracle, but he's at the Renaissance Festival right now. If you'd like, you can reach out to me by Facebook Messenger, and I will stop, drop, and pray with you right then and there. And if I don't answer right away, call back in a few minutes, because it means that I'm unavailable because I'm talking to someone else. But we have this wonderful team of licensed practitioners coast to coast that will pray every day on your requests for a week. So take advantage of this loving service they provide by putting your prayer request either in the comments, or if you don't want it to be public, you can direct message us and let us know to add you to the prayer list. Faith will then add that list to what we have is a private group page for our Facebook that is private only to the God Squad, so that they can see what the prayer requests are, and no one else can see it. And if you want to be involved in our God Squad, you don't have to be a licensed practitioner, by the way. You can, as long as you're willing to do positive, affirmative prayer every day for a week on this request, and you're willing to hold that in confidence, you can be added to our God Squad. So just in the comments section, type yes, and Faith will add you. And then our licensed practitioners are available by appointment for a fee for spiritual guidance. And you can get a hold of them through the website, our website, oasiscsl.org, and arrange a time and form of payment with them. And then they will reach out to you by video chat at your appointed time. Also, if you would like to be on our public-facing group page on Facebook, it's where we post all of the information before we make it public. So you'll be the first to know about events and that kind of thing. You can type more in the comment section, and Faith will add you to our public-facing group page. Bracelets and mala beads from Brooks and Bailey. I don't have my bracelet on today. I don't know. That's the first time I haven't had my jewelry on. I've had a weird morning this morning. Anyway, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. All proceeds go to Rocky Mountain Lab Rescue. You can get a hold of her through brooksandbailey0307@gmail.com. And then we have the Mystic Brew.
Yeah, which is our metaphysical shop. We do have bath salts as well as intention jars, and we will be having new product on the website as of July 30th. So that's coming up really soon. Make sure to follow our Instagram and Facebook for updates on when that new product comes out at the Mystic Brew 303. We are also on Etsy to shop. And then I also have one of our larger intention jars. I know Tucker has one of the smaller ones. Why can I not find the banner?
You looking for that?
Yeah, that. I don't know why I can't find it on my side. But this is one of our larger intention jars that is our self-love jar.
Oh, that's really cool. Look at how big is, or how much is that one?
This one is 30.
Oh, wow. See, mine's 15.
This is almost double the size of yours.
Yeah, yeah. All right, great. Thank you, Faith.
Of course.
And then, of course, excuse me, music. Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver, we use a lot of her music in our service, both on the We Are All One song, but also sometimes we use that for the solos. So we love to support those that support us. Go to her website. She can't change her website, and she travels all the time with her music. So you won't be able to buy it right there. You'll have to get a hold of her through email and let her know that you want to purchase it, and she'll figure out a way for you to get the money. Unfortunately, she can't put Cash App or Venmo or however PayPal that she wants to get that money. She can't put that on her website because she can't update it. I don't know what happened, but whatever. And then Karen Drucker, who has gifted us with her entire collection of like 20 CDs. You can buy a song, or you can buy a CD, a songbook, and some of the songbooks actually have American Sign Language in them, so they're really cool. We love to support those who support us, so please go to Karen Drucker's website and purchase something, even if it's just the song that Faith sang today. Let Go of the Shore. I got it right this time. Or the last song that we do, I Am So Blessed. It's a great way to get that meme into your head about being blessed. So,
and the song today is from Songs of Spirit 4.
Songs of Spirit 4. Okay, cool. That's good to know. So if you're going to buy that CD, if you want to get today's song and you really like, her stuff, you can buy the CD Songs of Spirit 4, and it'll be on there. And then check out our website, oasiscsl.org. We have prior sermons. We have current sermons. The current sermons are on video. The prior sermons are on audio. You can also get the current sermons for the last year and a half, almost, from YouTube under S. Tucker. And the prior audio files from years back is on SoundCloud, also S. Tucker. Or you can just go to our website and watch them from there, or listen to them, whatever your choice is. So this last song, like I said, is one of Karen Drucker's, and it's a great meme to get stuck in your head because we are so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So with a heart full of gratitude, of feeling and knowing gratitude is my path, I bless this coming week with awarenesses of God's vision in my life, for my life. I know that as God is working through me, as me, I bless it and call it good. I receive it in everyone's name here and now as a blessing for this coming week. And so I give thanks that this is true, and I just let it be. And so it is. Amen. All right. Thank you for being here, all of you. We love having you. I know there's 1,000 things you could be doing on a Sunday morning, and we are really blessed to have you with us. Until next week, 10:30 a.m., when we will see you again. Wear a mask, stay safe, get vaccinated, and know that we love you. Namaste.